Hey, okay. I did Psalms out here, but I'm going to do Proverbs too because it's just too stinking nice. So I've got one more video to do while I'm out here on the beach, and then I'll be heading home this evening. And freezing cold, and the next video will probably be in me in a ginormous hat that's warm and my face mask for my lungs and everything else. But anyway, while I'm here in Florida on vacation, I wanted to do one more video. This is our Fishers of Men series continued. One Bible verse for every book of the Bible this school year. And so today we are on Proverbs. And there's some good stuff in Proverbs, I'll tell you right now. And the one I picked is Proverbs 22:17, and here's what it says. It says, "Pay attention and turn your ear to the sayings of the wise. Apply your heart to what I teach." Proverbs is a book written, of course, mostly by Solomon. We talked about him further in some of the verse that we talked about a few weeks ago, that he asked God was going to give him one thing, whatever he wanted, and he asked for wisdom. And so part of that asking for wisdom is that he wrote this book, A Smart Stiff. So I don't pretend to be a smart guy, but I'll tell you one thing, you look at the book of wisdom, that's what it's called. And so Proverbs, it's an easy read. You can read through just a bit of verses here and there, so I recommend that. Sometimes, we want to read the Bible like, I get started, and then I got to read a whole chapter, and it takes me forever. Proverbs, you can just read little bitty snidbits. It's kind of nice, so I'll challenge you to do that, to read some Proverbs. But what it says here is it says, pay attention, all right? Turn your ear, okay? So listen, pay attention, listen to the sayings of the wise, all right? It's important to follow people who are wise, not idiots. Let's face it, some of us sometimes, we all have those friends that are kind of morons, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's, Jesus loves them, but they're morons. And we'll follow them and follow what they say, and that's not real intelligent, if you know what I mean. So turn your ear, listen to the sayings of the wise, apply them to your heart, okay? Let them change your life. And so listen to these things, and it's full of great wisdom. The Bible is a book of smart stuff, so you need to take time to find out. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. There's all sorts of different things in Proverbs, especially. There's life lessons in there. That's not the point of the Bible. The Bible is not a self-help book, but you can learn a lot. So I just want to stress to you, but you got to listen to it. You can't just read it and say, well, yeah, okay, love your neighbor. No, you gotta take it to heart. And if you will read the Bible and do what it says, I think you'd be amazed at not just your relationship with God, which is the most important thing, but your life in general. But be careful. It's like if you read something on the internet. The new craze is we never landed on the moon. Some people just swear we never landed on the moon. Whatever. You can always find different websites that support that. You got guys that think aliens came down and created people. I mean, there's all sorts of weird stuff out there, and you always find websites, but you need to look at who you're listening to. That's tough. You got to pay attention. I mean, if it's just some guy with a keyboard, typing on the internet stuff, look into who this person is. I mean, that's part of my Christianity and faith is the fact that, I believe in a guy that died, people saw him die, and then he rose from the dead. Personally, I'm going to believe somebody like that, not just somebody that's, just an idiot thinking he's all that on the internet. So anyway, I want you to encourage you to do that. Think about, who are you listening to? Are they wise? Are they idiots? I mean, who are they? You have to listen to them. And I'll tell you, with age comes some wisdom. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to be wise, the people that are older. But I'll tell you, in my case, you screw up enough times, you gain some wisdom pretty quick. You can gain wisdom through your mistakes, and in fact, I would say you gain more wisdom by that than by succeeding. And so, not that you listen to me and I'm a super wise person, what I'm saying is there's something to be said about listening to your elders, the people who are older. They have experiences, they do have some knowledge. It doesn't mean that they're perfect. It doesn't mean that somehow age equals wisdom, but there's something to be said to listening to those people. You'd be amazed. I mean, I thought my parents were absolute idiots when I was in high school. And then yet now, 10 years later, I'm like, I think they were right. One time, bought a house one time, and my granddad, he told me, I'll buy that old house. You're just going to put a bunch of money into it. And I was just thinking, man, you're just an old grumpy guy. But in the end, he was probably right. I loved that house. We enjoyed that house for 14 years. But in the end, yeah, it might have been good to listen to him. So you can learn. But again, who are you listening to? Who do you consider wise? And are you listening to them? If a wise, smart person tells you something, you're an idiot not to listen, all right? Listen to them. Take what they say, because in the end, you will be blessed and you will grow closer to God. Well, peace out from the beach, yo. I'm going to go eat me some fresh fish. Continue to enjoy the day, and I'll see you back in Missouri sometime soon. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.